And hello there. In this Planet Crafter video here, I'm going to tell you how to get a new mod. Oh, I don't know if it's new or not, but it is the item stacking mod for right there. And it's really easy to get and use. It still is a minor cheat, so just be aware of that. It is a minor cheat, and it is a mod, so be aware of any mods. You know, where you get your mods from and what the effects that might be. But this one is very small and is basic, simple. It's an item stacking mod. It's really easy to do. You go to the Nexus website there and for the mods and find Planet Crafter, and it's just called then like an item stacking mod. Really easy to do. It has its basic instructions. It's really small. It's back and forth a lot on the instructions, but they are still basically as simple, and even I could do it. But you just go in there, and after you unzip it to the your Planet Crafter directory, there's a new file in there and a new directory in there, and it's just run the game, exit the game, and makes a new config file. It tells you the name of that config file in that directory, and it's just like it's not hard to find because it's not a lot of stuff. It's just like one or two things added, and so you edit it, and it has one value that's false, and you see change it to true. It's right there in front of you basically when you edit it with Notepad, and you're done. And then you got to copy another dill file from like the folder that you've downloaded it from. And then you put that in your directory there too, and then you're good to go. You start the game again, and you exit the game, and it creates another file, another config file, and it's in the config directory on the new folder. And then in there it has where it's a big, huge, long name, and you can't miss it for its name, and it's set to its default of 10 stacks. So it's stacked to 10 is its default, and you can change that. So you just go in there and edit it. You can change it to 9, you can change it to 99, you can put any number you want. And the only other thing in that little config file that it added was the display. So you see this display number here where it says 57 and stuff like that. And over here, you can change the size of that text. So it allows you to change the size of this text right here. So you can make it bigger or smaller as you see fit. Probably bigger if you really wanted it to. But yeah, let's go on to this mod here and what it does and its convenience and all that. So let's talk about the cheating part. So at the start of the game, why is it cheat? Because at the start of the game, picking up items and having a limited inventory space is part of your survival. So you have limited inventory space, so you can only carry so much food and water with you and oxygen before you have to go back to your base and have a base. It's supposed to keep you slowed down and get past the survival part on this part of the game. But it is a minor part of the game. But it's still, if it makes it easy to survive, then it would be a cheat. So anything that mods your game that makes it easier to live is basically a cheat. It is a minor cheat in my book, but still there is a difference between using it and not. But if the difference means that you're going to start a new game and play it again versus not playing it again, or start a new game, or you're a new player and you see, hey, there's a mod for this, and there is a mod for item stacking, which can make a difference for some people to play this game or not play the game. And if it helps you, makes it more convenient for you to play, then it's a positive right there. But as soon as you get the teleporters, it's no longer basically a cheat anymore, because as soon as you have a teleporter, there is no issue of survival, because you have teleporter. You can teleport back and forth. You can bring the mats and deconstruct it and reconstruct it in this game, so survival is not an issue once teleporters are unlocked. So yeah, no longer a cheat. It's just a thing of convenience. The thing you're going to be aware of when you are doing it, if you have your system set up like I do, with all your auto crafters, getting the stuff from your inventories will be cleared out almost instantly. So everything that I had saved up here in my nice organized system, it's all gone, because everything is being used. Since everything can stack up to 99 now, since I went overboard. Maybe don't stack it to 99 in your case if you really want to. I just wanted to try it because why not? But if you do that, it's going to break it. So if you have your system set up, with one big locker with everything in there, then that'll fix it. So I have access to everything, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Even though I don't really need to build anything anymore, but that is a fix. And then if you're doing it from the start of the game, you can just make small inventories, and that's it. You can just use a small locker. You can have multiple things in one locker. You can use display cases as a big storage locker for like up to 6 things if you wanted to. Like I could put one of each of the basic items in there, and then another one with the other one, and use that for your stuff. And it's also handy to organize, your other things like this if you want to. But it's handy to organize your butterflies, so you can have like one butterfly larva, and it'll stack all of them up there. So you don't need a whole bunch of big locker systems everywhere. You can just have the display case. So display case of all your fish eggs and your butterfly larva, and then you can just stack them in there if you wanted to. So now I could, if I wanted to, I could just go in here and put this on demand for my drones and demand all these larvae, and then all the larvae that I have all over the place in my bases will just automatically go to these things. And if I want, certain butterflies, butterflies or certain fish eggs, I would be able to find it. Nice and handy. Okay, now let's talk about the things that are broken about this mod and what's not broken about it. So the first question I had was the gene sequencers, the DNA manipulators, and your incubators. Are they broken? Because you can stick in here, you can stick 99 of each of the items in there and hit the research button, but it doesn't work. So that is good. So would have been handy to have that. You could just have one of these things and stick in like 99 of each of the ingredients and research them all and get 99 out of them. It doesn't work. It will still only work with just one of each in there. And same with your incubators. It's just one of each inside these things that will go. So that is not broken, but yeah, there's an example right there of the display being broken. But what is broken is going to be anything that uses an actual value in here. So if you can check out, how about this one right here? So this little aquarium, and yeah, we can see that barely. We can see that, yeah. So this here aquarium has these fish eggs, and now that they're all stacked, you get the idea. 350%. So right now it only affects the animals, and that is 682 G per second. And yes, if I stick all these fish eggs in there, and now it is at 7.44 kg a second. So yeah, a big, huge increase if you stack all these items in like that, and then the bigger the amount of eggs or trees or butterfly larvae you stack into your spreaders and stuff like that, they all work like that, and they all add their animal multiplier or oxygen multiplier. So that is broken. So yeah, the item stacking mod does break that, and we'll do it for the trees, and it'll do it for anything at all that has items that can stack and use a multiplier. So the butterfly larva. So you can use it or not use it as you see fit, but I recommend you don't use it on these things here, because that would be cheating, an obvious cheat on ingredients and stuff like that and values. But it's interpretive. You can interpret it any way you want, because you have all the ingredients, but you usually have to wait for the ingredients to pop up on your crafters and stuff like that. But yeah, this is what happened when I stuck the eggs in there before, and let's see if it works in here. Yeah, you can stick all the eggs in this aquarium here, and it actually counts all the fish that are in that thing there. And you can imagine what happens when your graphics are actually working. Like this is working, but my old spreaders are not working. So I'm not even gonna go there. My old T2, you can see my aquarium is not working. This isn't working. So I can't fix this by taking the eggs out and putting them back in again. Reloading the game doesn't work. It's just the display is not working. If this was empty, it would work, but it's not. So I'm not getting the fish. But how the fish spreaders work and stuff like that, and the butterfly spreaders is that the butterflies are all flying around there, and the fish are all in one big pile. If I stuck all these eggs in there and this was working, it would be another 32 stacks of fish in a big swarm. So the fish spreaders out there, it is a huge graphic grind on there. It doesn't, when the fish spreaders do more than just one fish at a time, and these display cases are just one at a time. So it will work on this one here, and it doesn't disappear when it's done. But you get the thing. You put a fish egg in one of those fish egg spreaders, and a warm butterfly in the butterfly farm, and you get 15 or 20 or whatever, how much butterflies you get flying around there, and you stick a stack of 99 larvae in there, it's going to be that times 99 graphics wise, one big huge ball of butterflies. If your computer can handle it and it actually works with another update, then you're good to go. But yeah, so far on this update at 0.8, this game is still bugged on the spreaders. Any of the spreaders. So the fish spreaders, they're basically fish spreaders. The algae spreaders, as you can see, mine are broken, so I'm getting no algae spawning right now because I saved and loaded the game too much, and it's just this isn't working. Now for spreading it, and you really have to just exit the game and come back in again to get it to work, type of a thing. So some things are broken, depends on where you are on the map and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, coming right at me. But yeah, I can maybe go over there and show you, because this is coming here. Let's see if my fish are working over here, since it all depends. No, the fish aren't spawning in over here too. So this is my fish farm, and that's not working. But if I put in the big huge stack of eggs in here, this whole thing is going to be covered in a big huge ball of fish that's densely packed and all that kind of stuff, versus what it was before. That's still not working. Okay, but yeah, that's that. You get the idea. That's what's going to happen when you use this mod and all that kind of stuff. So thanks for watching. And I will see you later. I'll see you later, and just come back and stay tuned for any new things I might find that were interesting in this game and others. Who knows what I'm going to find out next, or use next, or recommend, and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. I'll see you later. Bye.